Motitech, we are adamant to base everything we do on the principle that humans are equally valuable, independent of age, functional levels, and so on. And because of this human-centric vision, we want to focus on abilities instead of disabilities. So that's where we're coming from. Originally a Norwegian company, now have established ourselves in the UK as well. We have coined the term motivation technology as a sub-term for welfare technology because we see motivation to be the main driver for sustainable change. This is what we see too often in care homes and around in residential care in the older people. Many of the age-related disorders are actually created by inactivity more than age itself. And the city of Bergen on the west coast of Norway realized this. So in 2012, they introduced a project where they acquired exercise bikes for all their care homes, wanting to increase physical activity, especially for people staying there long-term and people with dementia, to see if that helped. And then they faced a challenge. How can you motivate to increased physical activity? So they invited our film team into their care homes to create local video from some streets and roads in the city of Bergen, so that the residents could sit inside using the indoor exercise bike like this, looking at the TV screen so it would look like they were outside cycling. And this gave a totally different motivation to use the exercise equipment. So we made 4 local videos here, and some institutions took part in the project, and they did a 24/7 registration of behavior for 1 month without the intervention and then 2 months with the intervention. And we'll now show you a brief news story from Norwegian National News in 2013 introducing the project. It's subtitled in English, so hopefully you will understand it as well.
2 pedaler og en film som viser gaten de har vokst opp i. Med enkle grep har mange av de eldre i Bergen kommune fått bedre helse og en litt triveligere hverdag.
Ja, vi nærmer oss. Jeg vet ikke hvor vi skal. Ja, vi skal rett frem, så kommer vi på Kalfart til slutt. Men til høyre så er det Nygaten og byen.
Mimmi er på sykkeltur på gamle trakter.
For her er jeg lommekjent, nemlig. Gått på skolen her borte på Handelsgym. Med muren, vet du.
Mens pedalene går, stig humøret.
Ja.
Mimmi, Odni og Dagny bor på Slettemarken sykeheim i Bergen kommune. Flere ganger i veka får de god trening mens de ferdes gjennom Bergens gate.
Det er veldig greit.
Hvorfor det?
Jo, for det er kjekt. Og litt sånn mosjon.
Dagny står det på alle disse arkene her.
Ja.
Er det du som har syklet alle?
Ja. Og diggene òg. Gården òg.
På baksiden òg, ja. Hvor ofte sykler du?
2 ganger i uken.
Og resultatet er gode. Alle kommunens sykeheimer har tilbudet. Til sammen har de syklet om lag 30 000 kilometer, som er 3/4 rundt jorda.
Gevinsten er sammensatt. Den består av bedre fysisk helse, en mental stimulering som er viktig, og en sosial gevinst, i og med at de sitter sammen og snakker om det de ser, og snakker om den som sykler.
Til venstre her oppe nå, der kommer vi opp til Bøllevi.
Et ærverdig restauranthus.
Det hadde gjort seg med noe godt noe å drikke.
Et lite glass.
Ja, jeg vil ikke være så lite forresten.
These are some of the findings that the City of Bergen shared with us. As you can see, there were both improvements in positive way and also reduction. Just wanted you to notice the aggressive behavior. These were many of them were people with dementia, West dementia, and the aggressive behavior wasn't reduced, it was actually eliminated during the test period. Just want to share you a short story of a woman of one of the care homes called Kolstihagen in Bergen. She had experienced a hip fracture. She had West dementia. She came back to the care home, and one day she forgot that she actually had a hip fracture. She stood up, fell over, and then broke the other hip. She came to the hospital. When she came back, the doctors and the nurses tried to rehabilitate her, but she was in pain. She didn't understand the point of doing the exercise. So eventually the doctor said there's nothing we can do, there's no hope for rehabilitation. Luckily, Kolstihagen had this. So because of the specially adapted exercise bike, she could do the cycle ride because there is an engine on the bike that took her legs into activity. And then within 6 months, this woman was able to walk again with no need of aids because she got the physical activity. We all know the positive side of it. She had the motivation. She didn't focus on the bike. She didn't focus on her pain. She focused on the screen and her memories. We're all seeing large benefits on the cognitive side and mental side of this. The recollected memories, the reminiscence. One male, he was living down south in Norway. Norway is quite long. So he used to live up north, but he moved down south down to his kids living there. They had this. He had also fought against dementia. He was wandering about. He couldn't find his room. And then he got to try this. And by this time, he was placed in front of the bike with a video from where he had his memory from, up in north, in Trondheim. He started guiding the audience standing next to him, street by street, typically saying names of buildings, telling stories, all the way through the whole video. And the man standing next to him, that was his friend, and he said, I knew him before he got dementia, and I would never ever be able to guide you through the streets of Trondheim like he did. So based on the project in Bergen and the city of Bergen, they said, okay, we have to take this further, but they couldn't in terms of they was a city. So we did. So we established the concept Motiview back. At that time, there were 3 videos from Bergen, but I wouldn't quite cut it in here. So now we are in 250 wings at the daycare center care homes from 6 different countries, both in the Nordics, also here now in the UK, Canada, Australia is lining up, and also in the US. So the concept now is growing. So if you say here, see, we have a saying, it's a bit cheesy maybe, but we want to turn older people and people with dementia into dedicated athletes. And we see that, as Stian said, we want to focus on the abilities instead of disabilities. And often people that's in the corner, not saying, not interacting so much, they are the ones who could benefit most from this.
So what about Motiview itself then? As we said, we started out with 3 or 4 videos, and now we've built a large video library of 1,600 videos from 32 countries. So most of the people using this would actually be able to recognize the surroundings they're watching while doing the cycling. Now, the focus of the entire system is the users and their experience, and that's really important for us. So one of the things we do is actually every time we get a new place that is using this, we go there and make a local video, like you see here, locally from Liverpool. This is important because of the reminiscence part and it makes the motivation much stronger. We currently have about 140 videos from the UK as well, and this is growing every year. There is music and soundtracks with the videos, and we have theme-based playlists like music from the 50s, music from the 60s, and so on, made in cooperation with a musical therapist. So relax, start pedaling, because now you're going to see some glimpses from our video library, so you can pretend to be cyclists in a care home.
Okay, so in the UK we've been here about 1.5 years now. We're doing a project together with Sport England and the Active Aging Fund, and it's called the Method Project, and we believe in two things. With the right motivation, we can reduce inactivity, but also that the support and the supporters around these people are crucial for success. So this is just to show you a map where some of our partners are, so we can see it's spread out. We're learning the country as we go. Stian is doing the driving. Okay, so project goals. We want to increase physical and mental well-being. Of course, we want to reduce inactivity by allowing people, older people and people with dementia, to do bicycling to familiar routes and also have access to the entire library because we have to find their motivation. Just wanted to share some of our preliminary results. This is about 2/3 of the test sites that are now done. So you see 273 people have cycled so far in the project. There have been 42 that were active each week of the trial. So the trial lasted for 3 months. And 24% went from considering inactive to becoming active. That is meeting the GMO guidelines. They've gone for 8,853 kilometers during the weeks, and that's 802.5 hours. That's amazing, isn't it? They went 32 kilometers per cyclist on average and 3.2 kilometers per session. We also have a site report in the evaluation bits, and I just want to share some of it. So this is the staff gathering up after the trial, giving us feedback on the project. So as you see here, how would you rate effect, a value? That's really high. Also see that the MotiView has effective motivation to actually facilitate for the physical activity, which is so crucial, isn't it? Because they need to be motivated, staff need to be motivated to do this. Also see that they noticed increase in the cyclist motivation in doing other activity. So we have feedbacks from care homes that say, okay, we now see an increase in both the Tai Chi class, the dance class, and so on.
So, 2 years back, 2017, the UCI Professional Cycling Championships were in Bergen in Norway. We thought we got to do something about that, so we partnered up with them and we made the Road Worlds for seniors. So we allowed people to be in care homes taking part in the Round Championship, a global championship for 6 countries, more than 1,100 participants, and they were competing for 6 weeks, running as many kilometers as they could. So we had a male world champion, a female world champion, the best team, and also the best support team. Now last year, we thought we could top it, and we did. So we had 2,400 participants, 122 teams, actually 8 from the UK, 6 countries still, and in 4 weeks this time, they actually went 52,000 kilometers. That's 1.3 times around the globe in 4 weeks. That is pretty strong. So we're going to show you some glimpses from our championship so you can see the enthusiasm and all the fun that this created.
Allan heim innan dyra.
Þetta LON hjólreiðakeppni sem að Baggi við vonum hjólum en Bryndís segir að hjólreiðar.
Lykke til til alle dere som skal være med på sykkel-VM for eldre. Nå gjelder det å trø til.
riding the bike, Michael?
It's good.
It's good. Are you happy?
Yes.
Would you like some more resistance? Oh, I'm all right. You're all right.
Dear all cyclists, best of luck in Road Worlds for seniors. I am rooting for all of you, so paddle on.
Og jeg blir jo inspirert av den gjengen her som sykler så vanvittig mye. Det hører han ene karen som på en hviledag sykler 8 mil, det er mye mer enn jeg gjør. Så.
So why are we doing this? Why are we doing this championship? It's obviously because we want to set the focus on physical activity for a group of people that normally don't get associated with physical activity. We think this is so important. And you could also see the news story from Iceland. We've had a lot of news stories all across talking about this, helping setting the focus on this. And if you remember, we have this saying, this vision. Now we see this is true in our championship. So we're going to show you one more short video clip before we're finalizing this. It's from the best support team from last year. It's actually a care home in Liverpool. They won the prize for being the best support team. So now you can see what they got out of this.
What do I get out of this?
Yeah.
Companionship, for one thing, and the fact that I have been able to do it. And I'm still there the next day. My name's Doreen Brellisford, 98 I think or something, I'm not too sure.
Rufus, 81.
Peggy Delaney. I don't know. I'm Ella Newman. And I'm 99.
I love the cycling. I like the cycling because I feel as though I'm in charge, you see.
I've been cycling on the machine, but it takes your mind off other things.
I love it. I feel better, as though the body is in charge again. That's how I look at it.
I'm June Kendall, 90. Yeah. At my stage of the game, it's very difficult. But I've certainly enjoyed it.
The main benefits of the Cycle Project have been psychological. There are obvious physical effects, but I think the well-being and happiness of participants has significantly increased.
To see people having so much fun, it's one person on a bike, the whole room is involved.
So this year, the UCI Professional Cycling Championships is going here in the UK, in Yorkshire. They have this slogan, hosting the legends, so we tweaked it slightly and we said we want to recreate legends or even create new ones. So we actually partnered up now with the Department for Sports, with Sport England, British Cycling, Care England and other bodies now to make this a great campaign here in the UK this year. So we're actually looking for partners as well as part of the campaign in terms of care homes wanting to be a team in this. So please come and talk to us on our stand outside if you're interested in this. We think this is going to be a great thing. And actually this championship We're going to make this the largest single sporting event in the world in terms of participants. Now, the Summer Olympics have 11,500. We're going to beat that in some years, I think. So I always finish off with a lie, which says, keep calm and pedal on. No, we want you to keep active and pedal on, right? Thank you so much for your attention.